Welcome to our Diwali meditation. So this is a clay little cup. And if you've ever been to India, how many of you have been to India and you've seen these? You can just raise your hand. Yeah, isn't this amazing? So I have one that was a little smaller than this that I brought home from the Meenakshi temple in Madurai. And Madurai is in southern India, about an hour and a half south of Chennai. And I went there with a group of people and we were able to get into the inner sanctum and really enjoy and imbibe on the amazing energy of that temple. It's a goddess temple. It's one of the largest goddess temples. It's the longest running goddess temples where they have 5 pujas every single day for the last 500 years. They've been doing this, worshiping the goddess. And it was just amazing to be in a place that reveres that energy, that celebrates it 5 times a day in this way. And there were hundreds of thousands of these little clay pots with the little wicks and lights constantly going everywhere you went. So it was quite magical. So whenever I hold this simple clay pot, I always remember that time. So the other thing you need is a little cotton ball, just a regular old cotton ball. I took these right out of my little vanity area. And you're going to take a little piece like this, just that much. And basically all I do is I pull a little bit out, make a little runway, and then I have to give a little bit of a lick, or you put it in your water and you start spinning the end of it. Okay, so I made this little tip. And you just spin the end of it like that. And then you're left with this little tuft at the end, right? So then you take the tuft and you start spreading it. And my friend Katie, who taught me how to make these at the ashram in Sonoma, she calls this the little cyclone or little tornado. So she makes the little tornado, hopefully you can see this, with the little point at the top. This one is a little bit big, but that's okay. So then you put it inside like this. And then the trick is, this is the trick, and sometimes my wick collapses. I have some melted ghee in the pot. Oh, it smells so good. Here, smell it. Can you smell it? It's amazing. Isn't that just a beautiful color? So then you pour it around the wick very slowly. And then at the end, you pour a little bit on top of the wick, but you want to make sure that it doesn't tip over, which is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to go around. Now, if I was at the ashram, I'd be doing this with my brass spoon or my little spoon. Okay, so I got it around the edge. I haven't gone over the wick yet. Everybody wish me luck. I'm going to go right over the top. Couple drops, drop, drop. Okay, yay, it didn't go. Okay. So now I have my little ghee lamp, and I'm not going to use this one because it's not set yet. I'm just going to set it aside. I already made a bunch today. Hope you enjoyed that ghee lamp demonstration. Of course, there's probably a bunch of different ways to make it, but that's the way that I know best. I want to take a moment to welcome Amy and Nicole and Bihar and Mark. Welcome. Susan, great to see you. Terry, Elizabeth, welcome. Sarah, Stephen, and I think the rest of you I welcomed already, and I'll welcome you all again. So Diwali is a 5-day celebration in India. What I love about this holiday in particular is regardless of your faith or tradition, almost all Indians celebrate this. So this is a time when the walls come down. This is a time where they unite for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to celebrate the light, the goodness that we know we all have, even though some of us, well, all of us misbehave sometimes, all of us also have what we may call darkness in us. And it's because of this darkness that we all have that we actually can experience what is light. And I love that because the darkness means that when we see that in ourselves or we see that in someone else, we know that that is the reason we can celebrate and see the light. So darkness isn't a bad thing. Now, this is where I start making the holiday a little bit my own, but I want to honor the tradition and just share why in India it is celebrated. First, one reason they celebrate it is in the epic of the Ramayana, where Lord Rama is banished from his kingdom for 14 years with Sita and Lakshmana. They're banished from their beloved kingdom 14 years. Well, finally, he goes and rescues Sita and defeats Lord Ravana, and he brings Sita home. And when they come back to the kingdom after 14 years, the path is lined with lights. So Diwali literally means in Sanskrit rows of lighted lamps. So we've got a row of lighted lamps here that we're going to light in a minute. The other reason it is celebrated, now there's many reasons, but these are the top two, is that Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance, of wealth, of prosperity, of lightness, of power, she was born, thought to have been born on this day. She also married Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, her consort, on this day. Now, this is where I start to bring in the qualities of those gods and goddesses that are revered on this day, Diwali, rather than think of it as any kind of deity or God itself. I think about what qualities we are celebrating in each other. So if we think about what Lord Rama was doing when he rescued Sita, he was courageous, he was brave, he was in his highest power in supporting and helping another human being who was in distress, of course. And what was Lakshmi when she was born? She came full of light. Her qualities are abundance and generosity. So, as a Westerner, I don't have that kind of maybe deep relationship because I wasn't born in that culture. It has developed over the last 2 decades for me, but still, I when I think of Lakshmi, I know immediately what her qualities are, and that is what I think of when I think of her. We're going to get into that in our ritual meditation in a little bit. So I want you all to start thinking about what your prayer is. I want you to make this personal for you, and maybe you already have. And if you want to take this time to either write one word or one sentence, but let's keep it to one word or one sentence in the chat, because I'm going to read your prayer in the ritual. So it would be helpful if you just wrote something. And of course, those of you who want to stay in meditation the whole time, that's perfectly fine. So Lakshmi's sacred name is Shri, Shri. And Shri evokes the qualities of grace, affluence, abundance, and auspiciousness. The Greeks had the goddess, the corn goddess, and her name was Kor. And the Romans had Demeter, and the Egyptians had Isis. The Sumerians had Inanna, and the Babylonians had Ishtar. The Persians had Anahita. So all the traditions have these various goddesses that represent the qualities of light and grace, ones that I imagine all of us would want more of in this world. So we honor all of those goddesses from all the traditions tonight. Sri Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of timelessness, of Mother Earth, who nurtures all of life. So let's all light our candles and get our candles ready. Ring, 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 kamale, kamalalale, prasid, prasid, ring, ring, Om Mahalakshmi Namah. Mahalakshmi Javidamahi Sarvasakshi Dhimahi Tano Devi Prachodayat. Om Mateshwari Jaraparakavyo Namah. Om Mateshwari Jaraparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Masaveshwari Jaraparakavyo Namah. Masaveshwari Jaraparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Antata Chanti Sachipadari Kapalika Namah. Magalika Charparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Ring Shring Ring Kamale Kamalalale Prasi Prasi Shring Ring Om Mahalakshmi Namah. Mahalakshmi Chavidamahi Sarvasakti Dhimahi Tano Devi Prachodayat. Om Mateshwari Charparakavyo Namah. Om Mateshwari Charparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Masaveshwari Charaparakavyo Namah. Masaveshwari Charaparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Antatat Shanti Sachipadari Kapalika Namaha. Makalika Charaparakavyo Patram Pushpam Samarapayami. Om Dupam Samarapayami. Deepam Samarapayami. Let's take our candles. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. I light my candle for my own heart. I know that when my heart is warm and lit like a candle, it attracts the same. I know that when my heart is lit like this candle, it will help light other people's heart as well. During this season, as the days get shorter, may I remember to honor the light in myself first, so I can honor the light in others. Let's place our candle back on our altar, or whatever you have. Now, I want you to take your left hand in your lap and you're going to cup your right hand on top. Like Lakshmi, we place the seed of our deepest desire for illumination of world peace and your prayers. We place them inside the right palm. So as you close your eyes, you have your left hand cupping the right. This is customary in India in yoga, where the left hand, the hand of Shakti, the hand of energy, the hand that animates all things, cups and supports the right hand, which is the light of consciousness. And I'll read all of your prayers. So as you have your eyes closed and you're meditating on these words, allow them to come alive for you. Place the seed of compassion in your palm, gratitude, freedom, loving awareness, illumination, hope, ease. May all beings find their light, equanimity, non-perfection, deep healing, positive transformation, abundant blessings, forgiveness and creativity, clarity, courage, connection, and love, strength and faith, blessings of light and abundance to all beings, oneness with all. We place these seeds from our Sangha here tonight, and each and every one of you added to this ritual. May we all hold your word and all of our words sacred, like seeds in our palm. Then slowly close your palm very lightly, like you're holding a very delicate flower. So you rest the hands in your lap with the right hand on top, and it's lightly closed like you're holding precious seeds. And we're going to go into the meditation with these words. Sri Lakshmi says, I am inherent in existence, the potential that takes shape. I manifest myself. I occupy myself with activity and finally dissolve myself. I pervade all creations with vitality, will, and consciousness. Like ghee that keeps a lamp burning, I lubricate the senses of living beings with the sap of my consciousness. So as we feel the energy in our palm with these beautiful seeds of aspirations, of intentions, keep your mind focused on the center of your right palm, supported by the left palm, supported by Mother Earth, supported by the energy of fire, the lights of these lamps, the spirits from the incense, and the sound of this crystal bowl. Bring your mind back to the seeds in your palm. What seed speaks to you the most? Hold that seed in your heart. Focus on your breath going in and out. Deep, smooth breath. breath that comes in and out is a form of prana. Now I'm going to offer a visualization. Visualize a lamp or a light. And for me, it's helpful for me to open my eyes very softly, look at one of the ghee lamps or the candle that you have, and gaze without blinking. So try to keep your eyes open. Let your eyes water. And if they blink, that's fine. Really focus on that light, that lamp, the glow. And then softly close your eyes and bring that light into your heart. Visualize that candlelight burning softly in your heart. Whenever you feel heavy, sad, or down, low energy, you can do that meditation. You bring that candlelight inside your heart. We're going to meditate another 5 to 6 minutes quietly here. Now keep your hands in your lap, holding the seeds with your right hand. Going to bring the palm up so you're holding the seeds in your hand. Remember, I had you cup your hand, and then open the hand back up and visualize, see, feel all those words everybody shared that were in the chat that I read at the ritual. Take 3 deep breaths, energize those thoughts, those prayers that you're holding in your palm, not only for you, but for others, someone that you know that might be suffering, people across the globe that are suffering. We're holding this in our hand. Now breathe into it. And then slowly take the hand into your own heart and place that right hand in the center, the heart space. I take all these prayers offered by everybody here into my own heart because I want them for myself and I want them for others. In this ending, to end the meditation, I like to say that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. Honor the light, the love, the truth, the joy in you, as it is also in me. And I'm sharing these things with you and others freely. And may they be sent to all beings everywhere. And in yoga, we actually say pranam. Pranam means I bow to you. Pranam. Valerie says, for all our young children, for all our young children. This light is for all the young children. May their precious light glow, and may the earth be healthy and whole to sustain their lives for decades to come. May it be healthy and whole for our children's children and their children and their children. Thank you for all the mothers. Let's have this one be for all the mothers, for our mothers, our mothers' mothers, 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 and the Mother Earth, for all the women that hold and care for others, whether they're mothers or not, they are caregivers, and for the feminine, for the light of the feminine heart. Thank you. And this one will be for our wise elders. Thank you, Michelle, for the wise elders that are with us and past. May they continue to light our path and give us wisdom from the unseen world. To our wise elders, may we honor and revere and support them. May we bring our elders into our homes so they're not alone. May we care for them. May we listen to their stories. May we be patient with our elders. May we send our love. And this one will be for the fathers. Thank you, Valerie, for the fathers, the protectors of our faith, of hope, the ones who provide and protect and bring the light of consciousness more alive, that fierce edge, that love, that trust, the warmth, and the holding of the hearth. Thank you, fathers, and their fathers, and their fathers, and father, son. I would like to make this one for the creatures, for the beautiful creatures of the earth, all the animals, all the beings, and the cycle of life. To our creatures, creatures of the earth. Beautiful to see you all. I hope you have a beautiful night. I know you will, with these prayers in your heart. May it be so.